Hello. It's Friday. I'm just going to pretend like nothing went wrong. All is good here. Actually, all is good here. It's Friday. I've told y'all Friday is like my favorite day of the week, right? I can't help it. It just is. I don't know if it's something from younger years or what, but Friday is, if I had to pick, Friday is probably my favorite day of the week. Well, first of all, I get to see you all. That has to be a part of it, right? How are you all doing? Let's go see. I've got to check the comments. I wasn't quite as stressed today coming in. I'm Carolyn, by the way, for anybody who's new or ends up watching later with Swan City Yarns, of course. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a happy Friday. Let's see. Oh, Liz is here. Hello, Anne. Anne, I hope you're not close to the fires, are you? I hope not. Linda is here. Hello, Linda and Cindy B. Katrin is here. Who else is here? Y'all are showing up en masse today. I love it. Jana's here. I have something to show for Jana. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad y'all are here. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. So it is Friday. It's the Friday after Distaff Day. So I have tales of Distaff Day and the few purchases that I made. We'll talk about. I'll show you. And then I've got some cool things to talk about. Some scandal to talk about. And then we have some great whips to look over as well. So, are y'all staying warm? I hear next week is supposed to be like brutal. I mean, I think we're supposed to be down in some freezing temps maybe. And my brother, who lives in Ohio, had said that next week is supposed to be pretty darn cold for them too. So I hope y'all are staying warm. I wore my Youn for you today. I'm not sure, it's kind of warmed up a little bit, even though it's still gloomy and overcast, but I put my Youn on to go grocery shopping in. And also because Star made me think of it, Star is knitting on her Youn as well. And I believe in the same colors as me. Let's see, Out of the Mist, on DK. And then, what was the other? What is a Hiberna, right? Is that what it is? I think it's Hiberna. You would think that I would remember what I knit this up in, but anyway, it is gorgeous and soft. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure when I first knit it that it was my favorite because for one thing, the sleeves, they're fine with the length, but they're like, I mean, look at that, any kind of movement at all, and it just kind of wants to come back down. And if you know anything about me, like I didn't think I was a 3/4 inch sleeve person, but apparently that's where I like my sleeves to sit. I like them long maybe, and then I push them up. So there was that. And then also, this kind of, and this is what the pattern kind of calls for. Now I think in the pattern, November Knits, she has you cutting them off at the same place. I thought I might wear this more with leggings. And so I wanted the back longer. And I did that. And I wasn't sure then after I had done it that I even liked it. But Bo and Morgan and some other people have complimented me on it. So I guess it's the winner. So I'll have to wear it more often. Also, hey, Harrison is on here. Do y'all know? Yeah, I haven't talked to y'all about Harrison. Harrison is Bo's son. Says the title has him intrigued. Well, we're going to talk about some scandal concerning your father, Harrison. So Everdina is on here as well. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Hello, Everdina. She's going to Vogue. Anybody else going to Vogue? Knitting is that this weekend or is that next? I think that might be. I don't remember. Is it this weekend? Might be. Anyway, good times will be had by all definitely who are going to Vogue. I wish you the best time. All right. So, Star says I was right. So it must be Hiberna. Very good. I want you to finish yours and we'll have to meet up so we can take a picture. For sure. Yes, Kim, it is definitely time to stay home and knit for sure. I got a fair amount of knitting time. I kind of forced the knitting time this week. So I'm excited to show you the progress that I've made. And Linda, yeah, don't even bother uncovering your plants. I know it. We've definitely had a nice winter weather here in Florida. I think one meteorologist that I follow said that January is supposed to be pretty cool for us. So, normally we warm up a little bit, cool down and all that, but it's kind of staying cool. So I'm adjusting finally. At first I was like, I'm used to the state being cool for a couple days and then it warms up and then the house seems to figure out, it kind of filters into the house. And so my feet aren't as cold and then it'll get cold again. And it takes a couple days for the house to figure it out that it's cold outside. And then my feet will get cold and I have to wear my hand knit socks, but I'm pretty much just staying in my hand knit socks now because it's just the floors are staying cold. So, all right. We have lots to chat about today. So, Jana, I love that. You've worn your Icelandic hand knit cardi a couple of times. That is fantastic. It's such a good feeling to wear your hand knits, isn't it? I think sometimes we have a tendency to put on our store-bought. I know if I do, I'll speak for myself here. I have a tendency to put on my store-bought sweaters because I don't know. You know that there's a few mistakes or, just for whatever reason, or maybe you're just not accustomed to pulling them out. And so you tend to forget. But I will say this longer batch of cooler weather I've definitely been wearing my hand knits more. So it's fun. I enjoy it. It's been good. Okay, so let's talk about, let me first of all put this in. If you've been around this long and you haven't subscribed, then please do so. Give me a like, thumbs up if you can, and comments. Apparently, I was watching somebody that we watch kind of regularly on YouTube had a post up that said, leave a comment for the algorithm. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I know that y'all who are on here live leave me lovely comments, and I appreciate that. If you're someone who's watching later, leave me a comment. In fact, I'm going to give you something specific to leave me a comment about in a minute. Very excited about this. Okay. Oh, Everdina is going to New York City tomorrow. That's awesome. And thank you. Yeah, I like my sweater too, much more now than I did originally. Okay, so let me show you the things. I didn't have a ton of time to purchase things at Distaff Day, but one thing that I did get. So by the way, Distaff Day is a celebration of spinning. I don't know if y'all know that. Distaff is that long tool that spinners would use in olden days to hold their wool. And so there's a Distaff Day every January. Excuse me. And then I want to say their name, I should have clarified. I know it used to be the Drunken Monkey Spinners in Orlando is the group that historically has been responsible for Distaff Day. But I know that Distaff Day now has like a whole board of people that work. They work hard. It's such a phenomenal event, really. I mean, they have giveaways, they have door prizes, they have raffles. I mean, it is fantastic. And this year was really good turnout. But it is a celebration of spinning. So I believe there were 16 vendors, they said, this year. And quite a few of them did have fiber of some sort, including our booth neighbor beside Bo and I was Yarn Travel is the name of the company. And they have bats out the butt. I mean, it was bats like you would not believe. That's basically what they, I guess, focus on. And so Helen, who was there manning the booth, and she recommended this bat. I'm not going to pull it out, although Erica pulled it out with me to show me how to spin it. Because I realized I've never actually spun a bat. But once she pulled it out and laid it out, I was like, oh, I can totally do that. In fact, I'm thinking it looks like it's well pulled apart or, loose enough that it'll be easier than some of the roving that I've tried to spin with. So this is a combination of Corriedale, bamboo, and linen. So look at that gorgeousness. I went with something neutral because I figure if I ply it or something, maybe I'll do something colorful. I don't know. And I realized I've been very much navigating towards bright pinks and reds and stuff that I've been spinning so far. So I decided to go against the grain. So I bought that. And so, and I got to tell you a special shout out to Erica and Deb. They both helped me a lot. Erica, she is a huge spindle spinner. And so she was showing me her spindles and how she works with them and then how she organizes them and ends up applying them. And it was very cool. So I really appreciate that. And that's one thing I will say about, I love these events because every one of them kind of has their own culture, but you always will find your people. Do you know what I mean? You may not gravitate towards everybody, and that's okay, but you always find somebody that you can relate to and talk to and who's willing to help you and share information. And yeah, it's just such a great community. And there are some people that I only see once a year, every year at Distaff Day. I think this was, Bo and I were talking about this. Oh gosh, was this my 7th or 8th year at Distaff Day? So I think it's the longest running fiber event that I have done. So it holds a special place in my heart for sure. Okay, so I bought that. Okay, another thing that you might think, you bought that at a fiber event? But I did. Let me show you. This is from Gilda's Ball of Yarn, and I believe Stephen, for some reason I told him, I always think Stephen or Philip. You think that why do Stephen and Philip run together? I don't, or is it Philip? Oh goodness, I'm probably, okay. I don't, now I've mixed myself up again. Anyway, this gentleman is only, I believe he only does very small events. I don't think, the last time I checked, you won't find him on the web, the World Wide Web. You won't find him on the internet. You can check. I know I've checked in the past, and I think he said that he only does small events like this. These are painted by his aunt, I believe. And I knew I was so excited when I saw his bowl of ornaments because, so, you know, Distaff Day is after Christmas. I've already put away all the yes, I've done all the work myself. We have already put away all of our ornaments and decorations and things like that. So last year, 2024, I bought 2 ornaments from him and I found them. So what I do is if I buy any ornaments during the year, rather than pull down Christmas boxes and things from the attic during the year, I just stuff them in the hall closet. And then I pull them out at Christmas because I've got miscellaneous things in there. Well, this year in 2024, when I was decorating, I found these. I found 2 boxes like this in the hall closet. And I couldn't remember. I was like, where did I get those? But I loved them and put them on the tree. So this Distaff Day, last weekend, I walked up to his booth and I was like, that's where I got those ornaments. I was so excited. And he had them so reasonably priced. I had to get 2 more because they're so beautiful. She does such a great job on painting these. And apparently he was telling me the story that she loves to upcycle, recycle, reuse, and all that stuff. And so she is always painting and all of that stuff. So, okay. I see Bo and Harrison are having it out. Very good. I like it. Okay. Thank you, Everdina, for joining us while you did. I understand work for sure. So, oh goodness, Diane. Yeah, it's going to be the coldest. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey, Tish, glad you're here. And let's see, did I miss any? Yeah, it's going to be brutal. Yeah, I know. I always say this. If we're cold in Florida, I know the rest of the country is freezing. And that's just how it works. So, and and you've been wearing your Cumulus with your shorts. I love it. You know, that's the great thing about the Cumulus. It's so lightweight that you can, it's nice for a little bit of extra warmth, but it doesn't have to be, massive. Okay, what else? Oh, I didn't even show you all this. I found this was at the Yarn Travel booth as well. Just little bits of Corriedale wool. And I liked the rainbow color. So I thought maybe it would be fun to spin them and like ply them together or something. We'll see what happens. I just have to play around with it. So that was fun. Okay. So first of all, let's get to it, right? Let's find out what Bo has been up to. Now, I know y'all aren't going to believe this, but Bo has been coveting another woman's yarn. I know. I was as shocked as you. I'm just teasing. I think that, so String Theory Colorworks is one of the other yarn vendors, always at Distaff Day. She's out of Orlando. She's an Orlando dyer. She dyes self-striping yarns. And I'm pretty sure it's been in years past, I've known that Bo likes some of her colorways. And I've dyed one self-striping colorway. So obviously it's okay if Bo enjoys her colorways. So I was over there and I chatted with Caitlin for a minute at her booth. And then I said, I'm going to send Bo over here because he likes your colorways. And I'm going to have him pick out a colorway that I can knit him some socks in. She said, okay. So I told Bo to go see Caitlin. I know, I'm sending him off. This is the colorway that he chose. And Caitlin, as far as I know, gives every single skein of yarn, gets a stitch marker. And how pretty is that when it's got some red in it? Oh, I love it. I cannot wait to pull that off and use it. And she even showed Bo exactly what this will knit up into. So this is the colorway that he picked out. It's called Rayleigh Scattering. So all of her stuff, she is very scientifically oriented. And so all of her names have to do something with science. And I should probably know more about that. But anyway, so this is the color that he picked up. It's an 80/20 superwash merino nylon. So it'll be great for socks. And I'll pick out some cool minis to go with it. And yeah, so that's the story of Bo's infidelity. Bo's cheating on my yarn. You try. Well, you can only do what you can do. So, Tish, 14 and a low of 1. Oh, Valeria, you still have snow from the last one. Oh boy. See? Ann says, shame on you. I know, Ann. I'm telling you. What can you do? I'm just teasing. Obviously, if it were a serious thing, I wouldn't even say anything about it. I would have dealt with that man. Okay, so another very cool purchase that I made. I saved this for last because it has a special place. We're going to do something fun with this. Okay, so I got a set of these. Here, let me show you on my work because it's not wrapped in plastic. A set of stitch markers that say, oops, it's upside down, isn't it? Proud member of the Salty Beep Club. Oh, hang on. There we go. So it's a set of stitch stoppers, and Michael from Twin Mommy had these. And as one person pointed out, and I had not even realized this, she connects them at the top so that your needles stay together. And one of the my fellow Distaff Day goers pointed that out, and I was like, oh, that's a good point. It does. So if you like that, keeping your needles together like that, then that's very cool. So an added bonus. All right. I thought these were fun. So I bought an extra set, and I thought we would do a little giveaway. So here is how you can get your very own set. If you are interested, you have to leave a comment of some sort, and then after your comment, do hashtag, I'll just do hashtag salty. I don't know how YouTube feels about the other word. So do hashtag salty. All right. And that way I'll know that you're interested in winning these. And then I will announce the winner on next week's live. So you can either, if you're watching today, or if you watch on the video that gets uploaded to the homepage, either one, just leave me a comment. And then right after the comment, say hashtag salty. And I will pick out a winner for these cute little end stoppers. How fun is that? I just thought that was adorable. All right. Did I get anything else? I don't think so. I think that's all I got. Okay. So, let's see. Let's talk about what we're working on. Well, actually, I've got some other things to show you. So we'll do that first. I think I'll show you the other things. And speaking of giveaways, I have some, you know what, I love giving away stuff. It's fun to give things away. I love that. Okay, Katrin says, pick me. I love it. Very good. And Linda says she'll do custom. Oh, I love that. She did Buckeye colored self-striping. That is good to know. Very cool. All right. And what do we need to have a talk about? Something I need to be worried about? All right. So something that I have been wanting to do for a while, but I had to wait on Anne from Twin Mommy because she made them for me. But I literally went to I would have put it in the newsletter, but I wanted to make sure that I had them in hand. I went to the mailbox right before I came on, and they were in the mailbox. These, I forget who it was that mentioned, well, here, I'll show you. These were the samples she gave me at Distaff Day. One of you mentioned we needed Swan stitch markers. So I had Anne make some up. Here they are. There are mostly white ones because that's mostly what you see is white swans. Black swans are more rare, so I don't have as many of those. But I'm just going to give them out. So for online orders, when they come in, I'm going to put them all in a bowl. Like I said, I didn't order as many. I've got 50 total. I did not order as many of the black because they're not as common. They're more rare. And they are on lobster claws, if you can see. And there's the black ones. I'm going to just throw them all in a bowl. I will place them gently in a bowl. And then with every order, I'm just going to blindly reach in, and then I'll stick one on your skein of yarn, just like you saw with Caitlin's yarn. I will stick it on there so that they will gradually be given out to y'all. So I just thought that was cool and a way of saying thank you to you all. I appreciate you so much. And I always appreciate your online business. So that is that. And then I thought it was so cute. I was not expecting this, but oops, when I went out to the mailbox, there was something in there from Everdina. And this is so sweet. She sent me a little card to say thank you because she won the giveaway. Y'all don't have to do that, but it's very sweet. She said, just a little note with a great big thank you for gifting me the gorgeous skeins of yarn. I'm so excited to knit with it. Lots of luck in your new venture. See you online. So this is what she sent. I'll show y'all. And I know she went on a trip. It must have been to Amsterdam because she sent me some mints. And look at these. Look. Oops. Hang on. I'll put my hand behind it so it will focus. There we go. And I think I might make these into Christmas ornaments. I just love stuff like that on my tree. How cute are they? And then she also sent me this wonderful stitch marker. I believe that is New Jersey. Am I right? I think that's where Everdina is from. How cool is that? I love it. I can't wait to put it on my project. So thank you, Everdina. That's very sweet of you. All right. So that's that. And I know, Jana, you do need some of that Buckeye's yarn for sure. And since she's already dyed one up, you're good to go. She already have the recipe. Okay. That's true, Linda. I do need to do that. And I will get some more made up. But I wanted to, first of all, give some out as freebies as well. So that's what this batch is for. But I will get some more made up and I'll put them in the shop for you. Okay. So let's look at what y'all have been working on with some colorways. I just grabbed them from the Swan City Stitchers. So if I missed anybody's, then I apologize. So this is from Shannon. I think she posted this last weekend. So I have a feeling she is much farther along, but she was doing some knitting and she is actually crocheting a sock in, I want to say it's the same combination that I'm working with, Teal We Meet Again, and, or I'm sorry, Till the Cows Come Home, and Cookie Crumbs. So, and it looks great on the crochet socks. I love it. Nicely done. And looks like she was watching the live. Even better. Okay. And then Anne, who is knitting some socks. This is in burnt butter and cookie crumbs. And I think she said that is Muir on her heel flap. So it looks gorgeous. And yeah, that totally qualifies, Anne, by the way. The intent to be selfish was there. And so I'll allow it. All right, Linda is knitting up a storm on the Fleece Your Feet pattern. By the way, if you're knitting that, don't forget, update your project pages. Y'all are awesome. I was looking at those the other day and I was like, I like it. I like it. So post your pictures on your project pages, and especially if you get an FO, because that counts as 2 entries into the giveaway that will be finish at the end of January. So you still have time to get going on the Fleece Your Feet socks for sure. And you can do them on DK weight if you don't want to combine, but I'm loving the combinations that y'all are coming up with. So this set she did on Cat's Meow and with Cat's Meow and Land of Sweets. So very nice. I love them. And then Sabrina is knitting up a storm. This is, I want to say it's pronounced Yan. I might be wrong, but this is a cowl and it's got lace work in there. She did it with, this was the Dying to Knit colorway in December. It was Let's Save Christmas is the speckled, and then Santa Claus is the red, and Gemini is the dark green. That looks so good. I love it. That is like a Christmas cowl that I need. I like it. All right, Star posted some things. This is the Owasso tee, and she's doing it with mail pouch. And I agree, Star. I think that is definitely one of my favorite reds. In fact, I've got a colorway I'm working on next week. I can't wait to show you all, but I might have to use that red. I was planning on using a different one, but I was like, ooh, mail pouch might be just the perfect red. So we'll see. Stay tuned for next week and we'll see what I ended up using. So then she's also, here's her Yoon. She's doing good. And she says, yes, I will finish somehow. One way or another, Star, you will finish. But it looks to me like you got most of it done. So Out of the Mist and Hiberna. Yep. So we're going to be twinsies. I love it. All right. And then lastly, Star is also working on some Fleece Your Feet. This is in Belschnickel and Army. So I think it looks good. I like that a lot, actually. That's a good combination. All right. So there we have it. I will show you what I am working on. Like I said, I made, okay. Bo says it has a Buckeye feel to it. I know I'm from Ohio, but me and sports teams, I don't know enough about them. I should know more, I know. But you're right, it's red, gray, and white, right? Oh, that is good. That's a good set of colors. Those Ohioans, they really know how to do it, don't they? Okay, my broom sweater. I know I said, I'm just going to knit on this, whenever. I'm not going to rush through it, but I could not help myself. I have to tell you. So I'm knitting this. Hang on, let me find the front and the back. What have I got? That's the front right here. So I tell you what, so I'm using Fluffy DK. You see the top is nutmeg, and then cinnamon spices in the middle and mocha at the bottom. And I am almost done. I'm on the ribbing, y'all. I am so excited. Now this is going to be a little bit short. I'm not making it long because I've got at least two pairs of pants that are high-waisted. And so I don't want something too long, and this will go perfectly with them. And I've even got a high-waisted white skirt that I think I might be able to wear it with. So I'm not knitting it long, and I'm not sure yet. I'm almost tempted to block this before I bind off, because I'm curious how much this is going to grow. One thing that I have said, so a couple of observations. First of all, this yarn, it is. I had it laying out on the table, and I will just shamelessly tell you that it sold me some yarn at Distaff Day. I had it laying on the table, and people were like, it is magic. I cannot tell you. It is so fluffy, and it's like it will be like wearing a cloud. Like I don't know. It's just scrumptious. However, one thing that I did notice, and I commented to several people, is that this yarn, when I put it in water and dye with it, it soaks up water like that, and it hangs on to it. Like that yarn is heavy dyeing it for sure, because it soaks up water like a sieve. So no, that's the wrong word. I used the wrong word. Like a sponge. So if I ever get thrown into a body of water with this thing on, I'm taking it off immediately because it will suck me down. I'm telling you, this thing absorbs water in a hurry. So anyway, I don't know why what are the chances of that happening? But anyway, at first I was concerned when I only had these two colors. I said to somebody, I'm a little bit worried that somebody's going to look at it and be like, is that the same color? And she just got the different dye batches. Like, what's going on? However, once I joined the third color, then that went away, that concern. Obviously, I think it's pretty obvious that it's three different colors, especially the Mocha, but even the others. So the modifications, I think I already told you all before. I made a shorter neck, which I'm loving. And I did do one set of side decreases, but after that, I didn't do any more because every time I've tried it on, it's a pretty snug fit. But again, I don't know how much it's going to grow. So we'll see. The other thing that I'm going to do is short sleeves. So I think when I tried it on, it comes to here. So I'm only going to do, I don't know, about 4 inches of sleeves. So not very long at all. So who knows? Maybe I'll have me a brumesweater or top by the end of the weekend. You never know. Anyway, so I love it. I love it so much. All right, so there's that. That's what I've been knitting on a lot. Hey, Laura. Laura's traveling. I think you're going to Pennsylvania. Is that right? Be safe for sure and have a great time. Oh, thanks, Laura. I'm loving it. I can't wait to finish with it. Okay, another thing. I don't know how much progress I made. Y'all remember my bear paw sock. I finished the first one and I'm on the second one. Did I make any progress on that? I think I made a little bit of progress this week, but I got sidetracked by the broom and the Stripestep socks, which I'll show you in a minute. One thing that I don't think I told y'all is that when I first cast these on, I cast them on and I think I was ready to start the Teal the Cows Come Home colorway. And I realized that I had only been holding one strand of yarn rather than two. I was a little frustrated, needless to say. I had to rip it out and I was like, that is one whole evening's work. Not quite, because I managed to cast it back on and get the toe reknit that night, but I was so frustrated. I think I had done it the night before though. So it was a whole evening's work. So, and obviously you can see here that I am doing sister socks rather than twinsies. That's how I like my socks. I like them a little, wonky, a little crazy. So these are not hard to do at all. The bear paw socks, that pattern is excellent. I love the fleecal heel that she has on here. So once I get back, I'll get back to that and they'll be done in no time for sure. So let me put that sock out because I'm going to take it with me to my trunk show tomorrow. So trunk show tomorrow, I'll be at Knit and Stitch, which means I'm going to close the online shop today, probably right after the live. I'll close it and then I'll open it back up tomorrow evening after the trunk show. Okay, what else? Oh, the Stripestep Socks. Say that 3 times fast. My goodness. So here's what the picture looks like. So a couple things. Oops, let me get out of there because it'll make it blurry. I don't know if you noticed this. This is how unobservant I am sometimes. I'm definitely a big picture person. Sometimes the little details for me really get lost unless I force myself to focus on it. Morgan pointed out, and I had not even noticed, that the front of the sock, I've got all my yarns attached. So here's what happened. I'm knitting on the front and I'm like, I'm so impatient. I want to see what the back is going to look like, because on Stephenwest's sock here on the pattern, he kept the same colors on the front and back, but I am going to be switching. So on the front, I'm using the main color, Mad About You, sorry. And then the mini here is Everything Nice. And then on the back, I'm using the main color again, of course, and lilac. So I was so anxious to see what it's going to look like that I may have put my front stitches on hold and started the back. So here we go. There's the back. How awesome is that? I'm loving how Mad About You is knitting up. And then the stripes on the back are much thinner than the stripes on the front. And what Morgan pointed out that I did not notice is that the front is garter stitch, but the back is stockinette. That's interesting, isn't it? And I got to tell you, it's not difficult to join them. I'm just now looking at my joins. That's not especially pretty. Sorry, I've got this to show that that's my beginning of round, because sometimes I get lost. So I need to remember that this side is the beginning of round, or beginning of row, really. So there's that side. So on one side, you literally just slip the front stitches onto the back side with those stitches. And then when you go back, you knit those two together. On the other side, oh, that join looks a little bit, I don't know. My joins are not all that pretty, honestly, but I don't think you'll be able to tell. I don't think you'll notice it. On the other side, you do a slip, slip, knit. I don't remember if it's the beginning or the end, honestly. I got to read the pattern. This is what happens when I have too many whips going on, is that I don't remember what's going on with any of them. Anyway, since I have all these yarns going, I've got them organized here on my little table beside me. And I think I'm going to make these shorty socks. I don't think I'm going to make them super long. It is because it's definitely not, they're fun and I'm enjoying it, but it's not like it's a, it's not that knit round and round and round and round you go and then you're done. It does, there's some different moving parts. And so, yeah, so I think I'm going to make them shorties, and I'll wear them. I'll still wear them. So they are for me, by the way. They're not for Ben. He decided I wanted to do the sparkly sock, and he didn't think that he really would want a pair of socks and sparkly socks. So I said, okay, then they're for me. But he's getting the bear paw socks anyway, so no need to be greedy. Okay, so Jana says, I would knit socks if someone else did the heel turn. I'm curious why, because Jana, if you can do the heel flap, you can do the heel turn. Heel turns. That's just my opinion, but maybe you've had a different experience. So, Janice says, do we want to get a group together to go to the Southern Tin Whiskey after the trunk show? Okay, I'm going to be jealous if y'all do that. So here's the deal. I have my brother that I think I mentioned him, that lives in Ohio. He's an over the road truck driver. I get to see him, I don't know, once a year, once every 2 years. And he's actually coming to Lakeland tomorrow. And so he'll be with us tomorrow night and Sunday. So I have to get right back after the trunk show. So, but I hope you all do it. You're going to have a good time, I know. All right. Oh, see, you've got several offers. There you go, Jana. I expect to see some socks. Laura will do it. Valera will do it. You could do knit both socks, send one to Valera, send one to Laura. There you go. I love it. I expect to see some socks. Okay. Okay. In fact, that's all the current whips that I have. So let's talk about Jana's colorway. So Jana, y'all know she's a music teacher. If I say anything wrong, Jana, you correct me. She is a music teacher over in Melbourne, and she also runs a crochet club for some of the girls in her school. I don't know, is it only open to girls, or I'm guessing that's just who all is in there. And I've met at least one of them I know at a trunk show. Jana brought one of the lovely young ladies that's in her group, or was in her group at the time. So wonderful thing. But Jana asked me to dye up a special colorway for them. So using the same technique that I did with, if y'all remember Young Woo, it was a speckled neutral colorway. But she wanted something with that technique, but using silver, like a slate blue and a navy. So this is what I came up with. So this is one of the extras. Jana's, yours are already tagged and bagged and ready to go out the door. So I have to tell you what's funny is that I tried really hard to make sure, because Jana was like, I don't want any pink. We know this about Jana. And so I was like, because you all know that different dye powders sometimes will break, some more than others, into their individual colors that make up that dye powder. And so I was like, okay, I got to find some that don't break. And I have the blue that I wanted to use, the slate blue. I was showing my Dying to Knit people this. Oh, I did a reel, so y'all probably saw it. I was speckling with a liquid blue because the pure blue that I was going to use, just the dye powder, it breaks. And there is pink in there, by the way. It'll break apart into some pinks. And I was like, well, we can't have that. So I made a liquid concentrate and I speckled with the liquid concentrate. So that's why you don't have some of those lighter blue speckles are not like pinprick so much at all, because I used liquid. So, and then of course I used navy, and then I had some of my silvers will also break. And actually I have some navies that will break too, but one of the things that I do is I have sample paper towels, sample sheets of different dye powders, and so that I can see what they look like when I speckle with them. And so I found some that did not break. But what I thought was interesting is that there were a few skeins where a little bit of orange showed up, and there was one skein, this one, look at this, y'all. It was like God was saying, let me get you. So anyway, obviously this didn't go in Jana's batch for her young ladies. This is one, I dyed up some extra. So these are all on Trusty DK that I dyed them up for her club. But she asked me to dye up some extras, and then I will put them on the website. I haven't put them on there yet because I thought it seems kind of weird to put them on the website before Jana even gets hers. So they'll go on the website next week. So anybody really could order some, and I'll keep it in stock for a little while to make sure that any of the girls or any of the family members who would want one can get one. So it is, I named it, I hope this is okay, Jana, the Pineapple Pioneer Stitchers, which is kind of the name of I don't know. I hope that's okay as a colorway name. If you don't like it, hurry up and let me know, and I'll quickly print out some new tags for you that you can stick over the others. And then I did dye up also some minis that I think these are already on the website. There, I dyed up some charcoal and also slate. I think these are in Trusty sock, but I dyed them on Trusty DK minis as well, just because if anybody wants to get contrasting colors, they can. And there will also be some Pomp and Circumstance will go up eventually on the website too, once I get those finished dyeing for the Coordinating Cousins pre-order. Speaking of that, the Coordinating Cousins pre-order is still up. I've started dyeing them, but I just left them up because I haven't officially dyed them all, but those will go away on Sunday. So we have Prim, which is that gorgeous. Look at that blue. Oh, I might need that blue. I mean, I think that's a good blue for me. So that's Prim. And then Proper is the combination of the blue, the Prim blue, and the lilac color that was on our main Dying to Knit colorway. And then, of course, Pomp and Circumstance is in there as well. Those are all a part of that pre-order, which, like I said, that will go away on Sunday. And then what else do we have here? Oh, I did dye up, because I've got one of my shop samples is my Cumulus blouse with the vintage colorway. So I did dye up a few skeins of vintage on fluffy lace. So if you're interested in that for any projects, that is on there as well. Oh, Deb said her club skein arrived today. Hey, Deb, how you doing? So Jana, I can bring some tomorrow with me. Yes, I'm glad you said that. Let me set that out so that I remember. I remember thinking about it earlier, and then it left my head. So I'm going to set that skein there so that I will remember to, I will bring, I think I have 3 extra skeins right now, but I can dye up more. So I can do that. Yes. Thanks, Liz. One of your girls would have loved it. Oh, well, maybe I should set that aside. We can like swap it out and she can have the pink. All right. What else did I have? Okay. I posted a picture of this and I think I showed it last week. Don't forget, it is not too late to join the we are in January, the January Fiber Challenge over in the Swan City Stitchers. This is the prize. It is a skein of Love is in the Air, a one-of-a-kind colorway on Swanky Sock, and you get a mini on Cat's Meow in the colorway Cat's Meow. That is on Trusty Sock Mini. So, by the way, and with that, you just post any pictures of your whips, your FOs that you are knitting for yourself or that you have now completed for yourself in the month of January. And if you post it in the thread, that is obviously where that challenge thread, then that counts as entries. And then if you post it in the overall group at large, do me a favor and put hashtag selfish stitching. So, hey, Cheryl, you can't see the middle color. I'm sorry, Cheryl. And Cindy's here too. Sorry. For some reason on my streaming software, it doesn't show me the comments from Instagram. So I have to have it open on a separate. So let's see, Cheryl, you said, or Cindy, still can't see the middle color. I'm sorry. Which was it? What middle color? What was I talking about? Was it by chance the Prim Proper? Was it these? I don't think that was it. Was it Prim? Dun, dun, dun. Proper. Dun, dun, dun. And Pomp and Circumstance. Is that it? I don't think that was it. So let me know and I'll try to pay attention, Cindy, too. Oh, Kim got squishy mail today. Love it. And Linda, yeah, it's something about these mail people. Y'all, okay, I don't know if it was the snow. So I placed a yarn order last week. And then after Distaff Day, I had to place another order. And it is amazing to me how, so I can order yarn. If I order it before noon on a Monday, let's say, I'll get it by Wednesday afternoon. So that's literally 2 days later. And so, but it's amazing how much we depend on things, or we just expect certain things, I guess. I do, because I think I did my first order on Thursday And over the weekend, I was like, it didn't ship. And then finally I saw where it did ship. And I think somebody posted in one of the groups, I think it was probably because of the snow, but they just didn't have an announcement out. So it wasn't like it was official. Well, then FedEx had a delay also. And so I was just like, oh, I need my yarn. I've got to restock some colorways for Distaff Day. So it all got here just in time, fortunately. But it's that whole saying, a watched pot never boils. So when you need your yarn to get there right then, or you really want it, it's like, no. You can't have it. That's how it is for me anyway. It just never seems to fail. So let's see what else. Okay. Speaking of my trunk show tomorrow, if you are interested in doing Knit and Stitch Boutiques subscription box, Good Day Sunshine, your deadline to order for the first month, which has some scrumptious colorways in there from me, is February 1st. So that apparently is the deadline to get if you're going to get that first box, just to let you know. There's a link in your newsletter. So, which by the way, if you're on here, sign up for the newsletter because that's usually where any important links and things like that go. So if you're looking for something and you can't find it, it's probably in the newsletter. All right. Oh, and so January's fiber challenge, I mentioned that. I thought I'd go ahead and tell you what February's is going to be, just so that you can be thinking ahead, or maybe it will help you to decide on an upcoming project or a whip that you want to pull out and work on. February's fiber challenge is going to be centered around a color theme. All right. So you can do with it what you want. You can make it as traditional as you would like, or you can go non-traditional. So let me give you, so I'll explain. The colors, you just have to use certain colors, and it can be any or all of them. So the colors are red, pink, or white. So you can just have one of the colors in your project or all of them. You can go, if you want to do a traditional Valentine's theme thing, you can do that too. Or you could be doing a Christmas project, really. However you want to do it, but that's the theme. And it doesn't matter if you're knitting, crocheting, spinning, whatever. It just has to have one or all of those colors. So I hope that helps you. I've actually got a pink project. Oh, I meant to show it to y'all. I'll show it next week. I'm thinking about making another ranunculus. So I have some yarn that I dyed up a little while ago, and with the intention of maybe knitting another ranunculus, because when I wear my ranunculus, it fits so well. And I always get the most compliments on it out of all of my other knitwear pieces. So let's see. Am I going to die mad about you outside of a bundle? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe. Yeah. And maybe do it on some other bases. That's probably a good idea. Good thing I have you, Cindy. I think I need to do that. All right. So yeah, probably so. Oh, see, there you go. Deb has pink fiber. That's right. I like how you think. Okay. And then Tish, purple, gotta be purple. Colors gotta be purple. Oh, you think we should include purple? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Karen says, what? No purple? I don't know. Should we add purple? We do love our purple, don't we? So let's see. That would be purple, red, pink, and white. You could choose from any of those. All right, let's do it. I better write that down, though, because I'll forget. In case you're not familiar, Carolyn forgets things. I'm just saying. So purple, it's official. We have decided. The swans have spoken. Purple, red, pink, or white. Okay. So that will be our February fiber challenge. Okay, I like it. What else? Gal Pal book and yarn swap. The emails have been sent out. So some of you, I know with the Google Forms, apparently I don't know what's up with Google. Like they make you have an account to get to the form, and it has to be a Gmail account. But some of you don't really use your Gmail, or no, it doesn't. I don't think it has to be a Gmail account, because I think I have a Google account. And I don't have a Gmail address. Yeah. So it doesn't have to be, but whatever email you have associated with your Google account, they require you to like input that. And it showed up on the form, but some of you don't use that and you had a different email address. I tried to make sure I sent it to the correct email address. So if you haven't gotten your email or haven't seen it, check your email. And then if you don't find it, let me know, email me, and I will resend your recipient's form to you. Okay. So just don't forget, and you don't have to send me proof of shipment. It's not really, I don't really have a great way of tracking that anyway. We had a lot of people sign up, by the way. Thank you all so much for doing it. There's some new people in there that you probably may not have heard of. There were some new names to me that I'm not familiar with. So, hey, if you don't mind, encourage them to join the Swan City Stitchers. I mean, come on, help a girl out. So anyway, I was really thrilled, that so many people signed up. We have a good group, and okay. So what else? Let's see. I think okay. So the last thing really that I wanted to announce is the winter collection. So I have dyed up. I restocked some things in the on the different bases. All of the colors on the winter collection should be restocked on all the bases as of right now. However, I did that primarily for tomorrow's trunk show. And then after that, I'm working on another collection of colors, a collection of 4 colors that I love. And they'll be coming out soon. So this winter collection, those colorways, some will stay in the shop as they're kind of needed or as they coordinate with other colors and things like that. And sometimes I'll dye them up a fresh batch for, if I'm going to a festival or something like that, then I'll dye them up on the appropriate bases for, shop samples that I have, things like that. But outside of that, I won't necessarily keep them restocked. So if there's a colorway that you've been eyeing or two, then now's your chance to get it, because they'll probably go away. You need a mini club. Okay. I can do a mini club. Anyone else need a mini club? Yes, Swan Song definitely can count for the February. Oh yeah, definitely. There's pink and purple and some white, I would even say, in there. There's no red. That's all right. You don't have to have all the colors. So yeah, that would be a good colorway to work with for the fiber challenge. And I've got some reds coming out and some other things. And I'm trying to think, my new collection. Yeah, it's got some of those colors. I was about to say, did I just shoot myself in the foot? But no, I definitely have some colorways coming out that you could use if you wanted to. So, all right. I think, is that it? As soon as I get off, I'm going to be like, I forgot this. But I think I've covered everything. I'm looking at all my stuff surrounding me. I think I've got it all. So I hope that you all have a great weekend. So you have the Salinger. So if I do a mini club, I would probably give you a choice. You could choose Trusty Sock Mini or Trusty DK Mini. Because I don't have, I suppose we could do a Swanky Sock Mini as an option. I've been thinking about that. Oh, I know what I did want to talk to y'all about. So I was thinking the advent calendar. And because at first, I put a poll in the Swan City Stitchers Facebook group, and I asked y'all what your favorite Christmas movies were, because I thought, I know that we've done the holiday movies. Those have been themes. If not, obviously, there's so many movies that they have not all been themes, but I've used some holiday movies. We've done Hallmark holidays was a theme for something we did, right? And of course, we've done that for different things. We did some for the Jane Austen. Oh, I wonder if they're going to do something like that for February. I got to look. Anyway, so we've done movies, right? Oh, my live just ended on Instagram. I forgot about that. Somebody mentioned that Instagram only lets you go for an hour. I guess my hour's up over there. So anyway, now it made me lose my train of thought. The Advent. So I was thinking I would love to do Christmas movies. And then I was like, well, we've done movies so many times. Is that going to be a problem? But then I was like, well, what does it matter? I could pick 4 Christmas movies every year for the next 5 years and still have Christmas movies to go. And we do love our Christmas movies, right? We love to knit and crochet and spin with our movies. So I'm thinking that's the route that I'm going to go. I may just do a set of 4, like we talked about, 4 sock bundles that will be one for every Advent Sunday. And they might just be based on Christmas movies. I think that might be the route that I'm going to go. I like it. I hope you like it too. Okay. So Liz says, thank you. Oh, yes, I will definitely. Jana, I will see you tomorrow. And Valera says, Trusty DK. All right, let me think about it and put something together. I'm assuming you meant for the minis. And yeah, like I said, I'll offer, if I do a mini club, I'll definitely do give you a choice, a selection of which ones you like, and then we'll go from there. All right, so let's see if I can. Oops, I hope y'all are still there. I don't know what's going on with my. I've got Instagram closed on me and now it's giving me all sorts of weird messages. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it. So, one last thing. Okay. I did remember. See, I knew I was going to forget something. I've had multiple people reach out and say that they are coming to Nash Yarn Fest, not like hundreds of people. There's not that many of you yet. But a handful of you who have said that you're coming. And so we like to get together for dinners or coffee and things like that. So if you are planning to go to Nash Yarn Fest and you want to meet up, then make sure you're in the Swan City Stitchers Facebook group, because that's probably where I'll post the details of anything that we're going to do. We'll start there. And then anyone who's interested, I got to look at the schedule and see when we're available. I'm thinking maybe we'll do a coffee, because you know how I feel about Nashville and their coffee shops. I love them all. So we'll find a coffee shop that we can meet up at if there's time. And then also a dinner. I said something to Bo about, we'll have to make a reservation. He goes, La Hollienza doesn't take reservations. And he is right about that. And I was like, oh, so we're having Mexican, I take it. Anyway, we will set all that up, but I'll start the conversation over in the Swan City Stitchers Facebook group. So make sure that you're a part of that group and that you look in the next couple of days. And yes, Jana, I know, I'm excited to see your sister. And then Karen says, what about a sock club? Oh, that's not a bad idea either. I'm not opposed to doing a sock club. At first I was just kind of getting my feet wet and trying to find solid ground. Things are smoothing out a bit, and thankfully. And so I'm definitely open to talking about these things. So if you would like a sock club, let me know. And yeah, I'm not going to roll all these things out right at the get-go, but we can do them little by little. Also, so one more thing I've just thought of. Next month, this is January, February, I believe it is the 22nd, I will be doing a trunk show at Crochet Away's Yarn Boutique in Tavares. So Emily has offered for me to be there, and we're going to work on some fun plans. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. All right, y'all, I think I have talked enough. You're probably sick and tired of me. I appreciate you all being here. You mean so much to me. I hope that you have a great weekend. Try to stay warm, knit and crochet, spin, all the things required to keep you warm. All right, everybody. Thanks again. I appreciate you so much. Bye.